Hi, I'm Oscar W. Fitchett.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Fuller from Home Alone.
And this is, it's finally here, we're finally doing it. Once again, done it every year since the beginning of 2014. A lot of people have changed throughout the lists, but it happens every year. Top 10 favourite films of the year. This year we're counting down the top 10 favourite films of 2016, each our individual top 10s. And but I do want to preface by saying this, like I've done last year and the year before. This is top 10 favourite films from the year 2016 from the UK. So there's films such as La La Land, Moonlight, Manchester by the Sea, Silence, etc. Assassin's Creed, because that might maybe make it, don't know. They're not going to be on here because all those have got a January, February UK release. There's films from last year that we said weren't going to be on last year's list, but they might be on this year's list. So just keep that in mind in case everyone's complaining, like, why isn't La La Land on here? Because it didn't come out in 2016 for us. Deals. Again, this is our top 10 personal favourites, so, you know, don't lose your rag if your favourite's not on here. Rogue One's not on mine! Spoiler alert! Who's going to go first? Gary's drinking, so he's going first.
I'll go first, okay.
Go first. Your number 10.
My number 10... As we move into the age of Netflix, Netflix actually created their original films.
Correct.
So my 10th favourite film of 2016, you might not agree, but you haven't seen it, so it might be a bit different on that. But it's an actor you don't like. It's not the do-over. Don't worry about that.
I thought you were going to say the do-over, then I was like, oh god.
He saw it and he liked it, no!
My 10th film is True Memoirs of an International Assassin. It's a Kevin James film.
Oh, didn't that have, who else did have in it?
I can't remember.
Forgot, it had Kevin James and someone else.
Kevin James, and I think that's
Do you know why I got made you make Kevin Nash then?
Kevin Nash.
I should have done a bit of research on this, but no.
Talk about it, because I don't know much about it apart from seeing it on Netflix.
It's basically, he's an author, and he creates a alter ego of himself.
Pseudonym or whatever.
And he gets into some trouble with cartels and stuff like that.
As you do.
So that's basically the plot.
Yeah. It's a straight comedy, isn't it?
Straight comedy, comedy, action, which is my favourite genres of films. So that's my number 10 film of 2016.
Okay, quite aptly for the number, my number 10's 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, that made our number 1 horror film of this century for our Halloween video. Check that out.
Yeah. There's not really a lot we can say about that. Again, we kind of did this in the Halloween top 10.
We've talked about we did our own review of it, and we also added a lot more to it in our top 10 horror films of the 21st century. So
we've talked about that to death. So I don't want to kind of go on about that too much. Otherwise, we're just going to be rehashing the same thing over and over. But yeah, that is my number 10. Because John Goodman's a beast.
He's a beast! My number 10 is Shane Black's The Nice Guys. And I'm saying that even though it's my number 10, I really, really enjoy it. When I saw it in the cinema, for me, it's the perfect summer film in the sense of it's just a good time. You don't need to think about a lot of it. It's not a very thought-provoking film. You don't need to have your brain in overdrive to try and think about it, but it's also clever in the humour, so it's fun in that way. I love the setting of 1977 LA, it's just so fun and everything. The soundtrack, really reminiscent, the costumes, just everything about the technical side of things, it's great. And the acting, Ryan Gosling is a funny move, without a doubt. Russell Crowe's great. I think all the acting is great, even the actor who played the daughter, Gloria Rice, is excellent, one of the better child performances in recent years, I feel. And it's just the script, because I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang so much, and Shane Black, I prefer Kiss This Bang Bang, but his screenplay for this is just so classic detective fiction that it's just a good throwback, and just some of the jokes is something that I wish I could have in VHS Pirates.
My number 9 film is Denis Villeneuve film, Arrival.
I'm surprised this like in your lower part of your top 10.
Yeah, it's very surprising, but let's be fair with the films
Yeah.
compared to this.
Should have Oscar.
Since 2013, Denis Villeneuve has been bringing out beasts of films, hasn't he? He's been bringing out some really
Some John Goodman's of films.
Yeah.
I loved Arrival. I loved Arrival. It's a space film done right. It's gets you on your edge of your seat because you don't have a clue what's going to happen, and it's different to other space films. Like if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. But it's different to other alien films.
Alien invasion flicks.
Yes,
Yes.
it's not actually in the
It's
film.
not Independence Day resurgence. It's
It's
Yeah.
totally different to other alien films. I love that. I love it's a different take on films. The gorgeous cinematography. It's one of the gorgeous cinematographers I've seen last year, apart from Revenant. But gorgeous soundtrack by Johan Johansson, which in my
who
eyes,
keeps knocking out the park with his scores.
he certainly does.
He's
I
really
love
good.
Johan Johansson.
Yeah.
Prisoners was awesome.
Prisoners was great. The Theory of Everything soundtrack was actually
Yeah.
really good. That was really enjoyable.
Do you think you're going to say Duran Duran?
Johan.
Soundtrack.
But yeah, that's why I deserve number 9.
What's your number 9?
It did make it quite low, unfortunately, but there were a lot of films that I did like just a bit better. And it is Anomalisa.
Anomalisa, okay.
Yep.
You're number 9.
That's my
Nice
number
one.
9. I really liked it. I thought it was really clever. I love stop motion animation anyway. I like David Thewlis.
David Thewlis.
And what's her name?
Jennifer Jason
Jennifer
Leigh.
Jason Leigh. I like her too.
Oh.
And there's some parts.
He might be in another film on my list.
It might be another one of mine.
Maybe.
But I just found it really, really funny
Yeah.
in places. Like overall, it's quite a sad sort of thing.
I was
And the valet guy when he comes in.
Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
I'm Dennis. You need anything? I'm Dennis.
But yeah, just some of it really, really like it was so weird but really funny, and I liked the whole thing of it. It was just interesting.
My number 9 is a documentary. This is a first for me in terms of things that have been on my list. So this was a documentary, and I believe this is the only documentary feature film I've seen this year that's come out this year. Because I also did see The Resurrection of Jake the Snake, which is an excellent documentary for wrestling fans. But the film that I'm talking about right now, which made my number 9, is Daft Punk Unchained. I'm a big Daft Punk fan, and even if you're not, this is a film that I think is a must-watch in terms of if you're a creative person. Because even though this film is definitely the story of Daft Punk, it's just a story about how they don't go for commercialism, they go for creativity. They don't try to be the big new hit. They just try to be them. It's shot well as well at points. Like it's literally a story about Daft Punk, but it's done like their songs. If you know what I mean. It's not a conventional documentary. It's interesting, and even if you're not. And as I said, even if you're not a Daft Punk fan, it's worth watching if you're a creative person. And Daft Punk Unchained is my number 9.
I'm getting a phone call. I'm so sorry. Hello. Yeah, fine. We're just in the middle of filming a video.
My number 8 is it's Alan Rickman's last cinematic role, as in cinematic as not as being animation, but cinematic role. It's his Eye in the Sky.
So no,
I have 9.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
Very good film.
I remember seeing the trailer and thinking myself, it did look good, like a good intense flick.
Yeah, you don't really. It's very intense indeed. very intense. You don't really need to love the military to watch it. You don't really need, like Sicario was very heavy, driven on
The jargon and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but Iron Sky is sort of like that, but it's not thrown in your face. Like, it's actually a story behind everything.
I can get down with that.
It's you will.
I can get down with that.
Yeah. It's quite emotional as well. Very emotional film. It's very heavy on the cast as well, because you got like Helen Mirren. You got
Alan Rickman.
Helen Mirren.
You got Alan Rickman.
You got Alan Rickman.
Asa Paul is in it, isn't he?
Aaron Paul's in it.
Barker Abdi.
Barker Abdi.
Academy Award nominated.
Yes.
Barker Abdi.
Don't forget the film poster.
And Oscar winner Helen Mirren.
She is. You're 8. Sophie.
You're 8.
Sophie.
My 8 is another Netflix movie. Well, I'm saying another Netflix movie, the only Netflix movie we've had so far is Gary's, but it's Hush.
Oh yeah, Hush.
I really enjoyed that, and from the poster and the outset of it, I thought it was going to be quite a generic kind of like, oh, The Purge or something like that. I didn't think it was going to be like as enjoyable as it was. Very small cast, which is, I always like a small cast, and I thought it was a really interesting idea. I kind of felt like the film that didn't make it onto my list might have made it onto yours. I felt like it was kind of similar in a way to Don't Breathe, in the sense of a sort of home invasion with like a disabled person. But I felt like Hush did it better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought the actors were really good. I thought there was some clever ideas in there. That made it on my... Did that make it on the Halloween list? I think
it did, yeah.
It did make it on the Halloween list, yeah. Yeah, that's my number 8.
Halloween.
Do you mind?
Burping in the review.
My number 8 is a film that's your number 10, and it's Dan Trachtenberg's 10 Cloverfield Lane. Again, not going to go too much into it. I'm just going to say a few points and pieces just to have some substance. John Goodman gave possibly the best supporting actor performance of this year. Dan Trachtenberg, one of the better debut films for a feature film director, and love you, Dan. Totally Bradshaw finally making it big time, and shot really well. Score was really good. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is absolutely top in the film, and it does a good job integrating it within the Cloververse without it being in your face.
Yeah, without it being just Cloverfield.
Without being, look at the Cloverfield stuff. So that's my number 8. 10 Cloverfield Lane's top. This we've talked about many times in other videos, so you can give those a look if you want a more in-depth view. But my number 8 for 2016 is 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I believe I would say this is my favourite horror film of 2016 in a year where horror was excellent in 2016.
It really was.
Yeah.
So, speaking of horrors...
Well, I'm trying number 7.
I'm not my number 7. So my number 7... To rephrase number 7... is, speaking of horror films, is actually, you might be surprised at my number 7. It's Holidays.
Oh, nice!
Oh, wow, yeah.
So, that is my number 7, Holidays, because I flipping love Holidays. The reason why I flipping love Holidays is because it's excellent directed in every sense.
All the directors.
All the directors.
It's an anthology film, yeah.
I'm not really sure what was my favourite, because I probably need to rewatch it again. But
Yeah, of all the segments, yeah.
amazing. Soundtrack was amazing. I remember enjoying the soundtrack when it came on, because it was very synth. Like,
Yeah.
I love synth music.
Valentine's Day, and I think Father's Day had a synthy
Yes.
thing to it, I think.
Yeah, Valentine's Day definitely did.
Father's Day was my favourite segment. I would
Yeah.
have to say, probably.
I don't know what mine was.
St. Patrick's Day is one of the weirdest things I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the weird-
Was that the one with the Easter Bunny?
No, it's
Oh,
Easter.
St. Patrick's Day is one with the...
St. Patrick's Day is like, oh my god, you're Danny Zuko. Fucking Danny Zuko from Greece is just there, just randomly.
Is that the one with the Easter Bunny? Oh, yeah.
That was cool, that was creepy and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Smith directed the Halloween segment with Harley from Epic Meal Time.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourite ones.
I wish that one was a bit more Halloween-y, but that one,
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Gary's number 7. He's I'm talking about.
Like, I didn't really know the cast that well, but everybody was fantastic. Like, everybody was. I don't know what else to say about this film because I just loved it that much.
It's a good fun like Halloween watch.
Yes,
Like,
very
watch
good
really
fun
anytime if
Halloween
you really
watch.
want, if you want like a seasonal holiday horror film, you can watch it really.
Then The Guest, it reminds me of The Guest, believe it or not, because you got that synth music, and you got that, I don't know, just something about it. Just
Okay.
Like, these two are related, but can't be related.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's a fun anthology film.
Yes, from an anthology film.
Considering people rave a lot about the VHS, it's the first VHS in terms of anthology horror, and people give this one a watch. Holidays. For me, I didn't fall asleep watching Holidays, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Holidays is a less scary version of VHS.
But it's
And
better
more
made.
interesting.
It's better
More
made as
interesting.
well. It's better made, it's more interesting,
well made.
it's more fun,
Yeah.
but when it needs to be scary, it can be scary as well.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of horrors. It's funny, it's scary, it's gory, it's fun.
Quite practical.
Yes. Yes, yeah, there's rarely any CG in that film. as
Is
well.
there any at all?
Not that I can think of now. You're number 7.
7. My number 7 is another Netflix movie, and it is Tallulah.
I enjoy this
starring
one.
Ellen Page.
I love you, Ellen Page.
We all love you, Ellen Page.
Even I do.
I just felt like it was so interesting, and obviously we've seen films before with Ellen Page with a baby, but this isn't.
Well, we had one where she almost had a baby.
Yeah,
She didn't quite have it just yet. Are we on about Juno?
yeah.
Yeah.
She birthed it.
She birthed
didn't
the
keep
baby.
it though.
No, she didn't. Spoilers.
Well, if people haven't seen, I'm not being funny. If people haven't seen that by now, I'd be highly concerned.
It's an alpha, so.
But it's Ellen Page with a baby in a completely different way than what you would expect. There's some fantastic cast there. Again,
Alison Jenny?
yeah, I love Alison Jenny.
Yeah.
I love you, Alison Jenny. And
who? I forgot
Uzo
her name.
Aduba from Orange Is the New Black.
Okay.
She was the female cop.
Yeah, I forgot the actress's name. She was also in The Invitation.
The lady who played.
Yeah. She was good. She was good.
Yeah. I just thought it was really interesting. I found it very emotional.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
funny,
Yes.
but it's emotional as well. And if you kind of want to see a sort of mother-daughter relationship in a way, it's certainly a good one for that. And
Yeah.
if you want to see it portrayed in a unique way.
Yeah.
So you're number 7 then.
My number 7, as far as I know, none of you have seen this one. My number 7 is a film called Sing Street, from the same director of Begin Again and a film called Once. Haven't seen either of those ones yet. John Carney, I believe, is the director's name. But Sing Street is a film that takes place in the 80s in Ireland. And it's a coming-of-age film about a lad who ends up creating a band to try to impress this girl, and then it just becomes more of just a band film. It becomes a thing of like kind of a relationship, kind of a friendship, kind of a family story. It's just all sorts of things. This one's about creativity as well. This one's about heavy on creativity, where the kid. It's just about like overcoming bullying and stuff like that. It's a good film with really good music as well. It's a really nice film. Yeah, I mean, I can't say too much else. I just said it all there, really. It's a good, enjoyable coming-of-age film with some really good music, really good themes, just overall. And it's really good emotion. And another good film about creativity, which I'm all in for. So that's my number 7, is Sing Street. Number 6, Gary!
My number 6 film of 2016 is the superhero flick. There wasn't that many, well, actually there was many superhero films.
Most of them all disappointing.
Very good, apart from one.
Which is this one, I'm guessing.
Which it is.
Is
This
it?
one.
I think I know what it is, but
I
say it.
might know what this one is. It came out very early, yeah.
I know what it
It's
is.
February time.
I know what it is.
You know what it is.
I know what it is.
It is. I don't know the director. Deadpool!
Deadpool! Oh!
This breaks the fourth wall like a mole for. It's unbelievable. I love them type of films when they break the fourth wall, to be honest. Deadpool, funny film, very funny film, enjoyable film. You can watch it whenever you want, whenever you please. It's a Marvel film done right.
It's a Fox Marvel.
It's a Fox Marvel film.
The good Marvel.
Yeah, the good side of Marvel, apart from the other Marvel films of this year, which were actually terrible. Terrible.
Was it Civil War and Doctor Strange?
Yes, I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
Civil
War was a bit...
Haven't seen either.
Terrible.
Terrible.
But, I don't know. It was amazing.
Script is fun.
I bought it on Blu-ray.
Really funny.
Script is fun. It's one of the. It's a superhero film that, believe it or not, it's a rarity these days. Our superhero film does this, but it's a superhero film where it has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yes.
It's not beginning, middle, trailer. Beginning, middle, trailer. I'm looking at you, Batman v Superman, and mostly every single Avengers film.
Let's spoil the full film in the trailer. Maybe you may as well flipping show the bloody film.
Let's show Doomsday in the trailer!
But again, if you haven't seen Man of Steel, I don't have a clue what you're doing here, but...
But no, Deadpool's a fun flick.
Deadpool's good.
It's its own film that's going to have a sequel.
Yes,
but because it's its own film. It's a cool radar film.
I think it was like announced in the first week it was getting a sequel.
But that's because of the good reception. It's one of the highest grossing superhero films, and considering it's an R-rated film,
yes,
it's unbelievable. Because of the success of this film, that's what caused Logan to be starting getting R-rated.
Yes.
And that's what
So excited for that.
and that's what gave the drive to make the Killing Joke an R-rated film. Killing Joke was alright.
Yeah, it was alright.
Comics better, read the comic.
It's possible.
Yeah, the comic is better, read the comic. Your number 6. Is it 6?
Yeah, it is 6. My number 6 is The Revenant, which I watched the other day. And I absolutely love that. It's like the most beautiful film I've ever seen ever, I think.
Yes.
I love the scenery, I love all like the natural element. I could literally just, if nothing else happened in the movie, if it was literally just like scenery, I could just sit and watch it. Like, it wouldn't even need a plot for me to watch it, but it did have a plot.
Because it was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It needed a plot.
And it had a very good plot at that. I thought that all the acting was spot on. I totally get why Leo got the Oscar for that one.
I have a question for you. Do you think this is the film he should have got his first Oscar for? Considering now you've seen him in Django and Wolf of Wall Street and other things.
No, I don't. But I'm glad he did. And I think he did very well in this.
What do you think he should have got the Oscar for first?
Probably Wall Street or I don't know, Wall Street or Django. Probably Wall Street, I think.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him in that.
You agree, yeah.
Yeah, I go Wall
Who
Street.
won that year? 2013? Matthew McConaughey and Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was good,
I think that's fair. I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, I think that's fair.
He's good. He was good in that.
Yeah, beautiful film.
Alright.
Nice soundtrack. I like the soundtrack to it.
Soundtrack's amazing.
Just really nice to look at.
People go on about DiCaprio in terms of the acting in it. Tom Hardy was really good.
So I thought Tom Hardy was fantastic.
Considering last year he played a really good hero in Mad Max, and this year he played a really good villain in Fitzgerald. It was
There was just really nothing redeemable about him. He was just an awful person.
just nothing he did was good.
Yeah.
Just nothing at all.
Even when he was like being like, oh, I'm gonna do something nice.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not. Stop lying.
Will Poulter, who's usually not great in films, he was good in it. The eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah, I have seen him in a few things, and I enjoyed him in this. I also enjoyed
Donald Gleason. He was good at it. He was known for his work in Harry Potter and Star Wars and Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
He was good in this. He was like,
The horse. The black and white horse. What an actor.
The bear?
The bear.
Bear was a good actor.
The CGI bear.
Yeah, but to be honest, come on.
They did well with that, I think.
Could you imagine Leonardo DiCaprio actually said to them, just sit the bear on me. Let the bear kill me. Leo,
I knew it was CG, but I still thought it was good.
and Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu was like, Leo, you cannot get that really attacked by the bear. He's Mexican, so that's what
You sound like Borat.
Leo, you cannot do it.
And the natural lighting as well, when you talk that, and you're like, it's all natural lighting.
All
I was like,
natural lighting,
oh my god.
which makes the cinematography more beautiful, if you think.
Well, it just gives that raw feeling, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
just, it's, yeah.
It's just
It doesn't feel artificial.
it's just a few guys going out with a camera with a few actors.
Leonardo trying to kill himself for the Oscar,
Yeah.
basically.
They take a hill.
He tried to slice his hand open in Django, didn't get it. He tried to do all the drugs and flop downstairs for the
Yeah.
Oscar, didn't get it. And then he thought, you know what?
I'll wrestle a bear.
And they're like, no, we shouldn't actually do the bear thing. Because he actually did sleep in a dead carcass, like in real life. Like,
It was like he actually like.
He Bear Grylls it.
Bear Grylls it. One of my number 6, aren't we?
Yeah.
My number 6, the last thing before we stop this part
Yeah, sure.
for the next time. My 6th favourite film this year is... Now these 6 films are all really good films and they could have all been top 3, top 5 films, but there had to be 6. And my 6th favourite film of this year is Disney's Zootropolis. This one... It's out of the CG animated Disney films that have been released, this is the best one because, you know, Frozen and Tangled, they're the Disney princess films and they're fine for what they are and they're good princess films, so put them there. And then Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6, they're good as well, but they just rely on a lot of references and stuff like Wreck-It Ralph's like, look at these video game references.
Disney dick flicks.
And then Big Hero 6 is like, look at all the Marvel stuff and stuff like that. Whereas like Zootropolis is just a film. It's just a detective film with animals, beautifully animated, really well voice acted. Jason Bateman as the foxes, fantastic, and the voice actor who played Judy Hopps is really cool as well. Just everything about it's like really well lit as well in animations. It feels just nice. But when it gets dark, it just feels like a really good detective flick. J.K. Simmons is in this, and his voice is majestic. Idris Elba is also in this as well, and his voice is equally as majestic. And it's the moment, like I said to you, like that moment where like she's like on the train going into Zootropolis, and I'm like, I can totally imagine that being a thing in Disney World.
Yeah.
Like a Zootropolis set.
That'd be awesome.
They should do that in the Animal Kingdom. I think it's Animal Kingdom because this is my little, not around, but this is my little play about Disney World in Orlando. You got Magic Kingdom, which is just Disney. That's just the Disney thing, which is just there. Everything's good there. You got the Hollywood Studios, which everything's good there. Then you got Epcot, which is just international things everywhere. And with Animal Kingdom, what have you got there? You just got a few animals doing their thing every now and then. Put an actual thing in there. Put a Zootropolis thing in Animal Kingdom. Just saying.
Yeah, because lions are so boring.
Yeah, but they are. It's just looking at animals doing their thing. You need some of Disney. You need some really Disney-like.
I think they used to have a Lion King thing in there.
They kind of do.
Yeah.
But it's not like, anyway. Yeah,
You said lion, man, bear, pig.
Zootropolis, it's a really fun film, and it's a good family film as well, and no, I really like it. I highly recommend it for everyone, but it is not my favourite animated film this year. Just saying, but it is a very good one. Anything else to add to that?
That Zootropolis.
Absolutely. I like stuff.
You like Zootropolis, I think.
It didn't make it on my list, but I absolutely adored it. I thought it was
I'm surprised it didn't make your list. I'm really.
It nearly did, but there was just some things where I was kind of like, oh, but that.
Anomalies over Zootropolis. I'm really surprised. I really am with you in terms of that.
Zootropolis and Deadpool would be honourable mentions because I really love both of them, but neither of them kind of beat anything that was on my list.
Yeah. Okay, I'm surprised. But yeah. So guys, that is part 1 of our top 10 favourite films of 2016. Tune in next time to see what our 5 through 1s are. If you we don't script these, but but if the past 2 years of videos say anything, is that 5 through 1 is when it gets hyper. That's when it gets really daft. So tune in for 5 through 1s of top 10 favourite films of 2016. Until next time, guys, we shall see you later, and goodbye.